All right.
So, today, does anybody have any questions on the preparation questions?
Number 3, like the first one.
Uh-huh.
I had a tough time trying to figure out what.
Okay. My sound just went out. So, a hard time figuring out what, sorry?
Like, what to factor, like how to simplify it.
Oh, okay.
Like, find the roots.
Okay, let's pull it up and look at that. Maybe. Okay, here we go. I need to take my computer and get it looked at, checked out. Okay.
Or are you doing number 1?
So we're looking at the first one on number 3, right?
Yep. Which is technically
Okay.
the first one.
Yeah,
So
the first one we have.
So basically looking up x cubed minus x minus plus s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I figured that one out.
Yeah, so with this one,
Yeah.
you have to use synthetic division.
Oh, okay.
Anything that has like cubed root or more, I'll usually try and use synthetic division for the first few.
Yeah.
So yeah, just take the factors of 6, and then it's just going to be 1. So just whatever the factors of 6 are. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just kind of test those out. So let me see. I believe this one was 3 for the first. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was 3. So I used.
Uh-huh.
So I tried 2 first, and 2. That's not give you the 0 that you need.
Uh-huh.
So then I went ahead and plugged in 3. So then that'll give you the 0, and so it'd be x minus 3 and leave you with x squared plus x subtract 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's just nice and simple. And you could just factor that.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense now.
Yeah. So that's usually what I try and do. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. So let me pull up what we have to do next.
2.
Yeah. Do you want to go over the whole preparation assignment, or would you guys rather move on? I don't care either way.
Can we talk about the first one on number 4?
So the non-polynomial. Oh yeah, I had a question on this one too. This would be a good one. Solving non-polynomial equation requires different. Let me pull it back up on the share screen. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just need to separate the radicals. So, okay. Let's do this again. I wish I had like a little thing I could draw on while we did this. That would be awesome. Okay. So for separating stuff, what we're going to want to do first is my guess. This one's going to get nasty.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're going to have the square root of x plus 2 equals
2.
x. So first, you're going to want to subtract the 2 over.
Yep.
And then you're going to have to square it all. Get rid of that square root. This is nasty. Okay. So you're just going to have x equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Oh, that gets really nasty. Okay, so the solutions still represent the x-intercept. Okay, I see what we're gonna do. Okay, and then we're gonna subtract. We're gonna want to get this equal to 0. So now you're gonna want to subtract an x over again. So it's gonna end up being x squared minus 5x plus 4 equals 0. Does that make sense how I got that part?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're still finding the zeros, right? Yeah. It's 3x. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Yes. And then you just have to factor that. What's gonna add up to positive 4, but then also be negative 5. So you're going to want to go x, and then both minus. One will be 4, and one will be 1. So the zeros would be 4 and 1.
Okay.
And they, yeah, because both the parentheses would be subtract. So you can get that positive 4, but that negative 5.
X plus 4 equals 0. Or add.
So do you have to turn it into an equation?
Yeah, you
Squared
do.
at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, because you're going to want to subtract that 2 over, then square it to get rid of the radical, which is the square root of x.
Yeah.
And so then it's going to be x equals equation, and then you're going to want to subtract the x over, so you have 0 on one end of the equation.
okay.
And then you can factor solve however it needs to be solved.
Okay.
Because really that wasn't as nasty. I was like, oh crap, we're going to have to use the quadratic formula or something, but we didn't, so that's good.
Works.
That works for me.
Okay. Any other questions on this?
Can we go over x squared minus 2x minus 16 equals 8?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No
Threw
problem.
me off just a bit.
Yeah, that's just fine. So what you're gonna do with this one, so it's just the absolute value. So I just kind of get rid of those for a moment. And you go x squared minus 2x subtract 16 equals 8. So again, you want to get it equal to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna subtract that 8 over, and you'll subtract it from the 16. So you're gonna end up with x squared minus 2x minus 24.
Wait, can you say that again?
Yeah, so you're going to end up with x squared minus 2x minus 24
24, okay.
equals 0. And then
the other equation,
oh, go ahead.
2x minus 8, right?
What was that?
The other equation to get the other roots is x squared minus 2x minus 8. Because you got to have a positive equation, then you got to have a negative one.
Let's see. So, first okay. You might, yeah. I didn't look at that one. Let's go see. Do you have to have, I might need to read up on that again. Oh, so just x equals 4 in general. Oh, okay. Huh.
So we have to get 4 answers because it's an absolute value, so it's positive and negative.
Okay, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
And so you got a minus 8 and plus 8.
Yeah. So then we're going to have that one equation, and then we'd have x squared minus 2x plus 8 or minus 8?
minus.
equals 0. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is that.
Okay.
Okay, and then you're just gonna have to factor for both. So 1, you would get to the x squared minus 2x minus 8. You'd get should have a negative 4 and a positive 2, so that you'd end up with a negative 2 and a 4. And then the 1 minus 24, you just factor that, and it would be the 6 and 4 you're going to want to use to get that negative 2. And you'd have so you're going to have a 6, a negative 2, a 4, and a negative 4 is what we should have, right?
Yes.
You.
Okay. So there's that. So that's good.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that with the absolute values, but yeah, got to have 2 equations. So glad you pointed that out. Okay.
I looked in the book. That's how I knew.
You're like, oh yeah. Yeah, I need to catch up on the reading for this part. But that's okay.
Good.
Okay, so let's go on. Okay, we're good. We've got a little bit of time. And look at this assignment. Okay. The extension problem. So did you all get number 3 on the team discussion with substituting the U?
The substituting the U.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay. So, yeah, this one is so weird.
But you know what was weird? It's not actually on the key, so
It's actually on the key.
no, it's not actually not on the key.
Oh yeah. It's not because it gives you what you should get right here, and you don't have to substitute U. But I'm just trying to think, like, if you did substitute U, that I don't know. Did you guys kind of work through that? I stared at it for a very long time, trying to figure out exactly how she got those steps last night.
Yeah.
Because
So she
I think I got it.
wait.
I was just trying to figure out how she got the U squared 1 over U plus 1 U squared 12. So she just multiplied it all by U squared to get rid of that.
So you'll
And
probably
then-
have U plus 1 equals 12. Yeah, that's how she got it.
Yeah. So then you're just okay.
Nice.
Never mind. You got it. Excuse me.
That's fine.
Okay. So let's go to the extension problem. So 1A, we have we're gonna have x to the 4th minus 4x cubed plus 7x squared minus 16x, and then you're gonna end up with a plus 12 because you're gonna want to get that equal to 0.
So basically, what we need to end off is with 4 answers.
Yep. We need 4 answers. So whatever the power, the highest power is, that's how many answers you're going to need.
Ugh.
Yep.
So
So do we want to try synthetic division, or do we want to just try to factor it first?
synthetic division is usually the easiest. just because it gets. I mean, you can factor it if you wanted, but it gets a little. I feel like it'd probably get a little funky that way.
Oh yeah.
So we're
Let's
gonna
try
take
it.
the factors of 12, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. Those would be the, if you have that P over Q, those would be the P values, and the Q is just 1. So they're all just themselves this time around.
Hmm.
No fractions. That's always nice.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so we can try 2 first. So if we put in 2, then you get 2 negative. What do you end up with? 6?
Oh, so we don't get the 0 at the end. So we got a negative 10 as a remainder. So that's not going to work.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I think I had a negative 10 that time. Nope, that's not gonna work.
No.
So sometimes if the higher, I'll go down, and then I'll go back up.
So let's
So-
try 3.
So if you go with 3, then you get negative 1,
Oh, that's not going to work either.
which is negative 1. So let's try 1 then. So if you have 1, then you get 1, you get negative 3, which leaves you with 4. So 4, which is negative 12, which is going to leave you at 0 with 1.
Oh, nice. That works out.
Wait, which one?
The number 1, not negative, it's just 1.
Huh. Negative 3, that's 4. Somehow I've just got negative 12.
Because, okay, so, well, you get the negative 12, then you multiply that by 1, so then you have 12 subtract 12, which equals 0.
Yeah.
Oh, you moved the 12 over. Oh.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when you do the synthetic
Minus,
division, you
I
know,
should list it.
you have the, so you have the one on the outside, you draw the little, like, half rectangle thing, and then you put 1, negative 4, 7, negative 16, and 12.
Okay.
Yeah. She
was
brought
kind
the 12 over and put it in the equation and made it equal to 0, which adds
Yeah.
it into your
Yeah,
synthetic.
which will add it in, yeah.
Oh.
Always want your equation to equal 0, so
That would be 3x squared minus 12.
So then what you would have left would be, the x minus 1 and then x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4x minus 12. And then you're going to want to use synthetic division again unless you think you can factor it otherwise. But I suggest the synthetic because then we have to get funky.
Yep.
12. So we have to try synthetic division again.
Mm-hmm.
Something maybe.
So just again, the factors of 12. So I don't know why, I just always like to start with 2. I'm weird
2.
like that. So if you plug in 2, then you get 2, which is negative 1. Doesn't equal to 0. So then move up to 3.
Works 1, 3, that'd be 0, 0, 4. Yep, 3 works.
Sweet. So that leaves us with, since 3 works, it's just going to leave us with x squared plus 4. So we just have to subtract the 4 over. So it would be x squared equals negative 4.
Wait, did you use regular 3 or negative 3?
Negative.
Regular 3.
Regular 3, so it would be x minus 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our x's so far are 1 and 3.
Okay.
So what we're probably gonna have is a plus and minus 2i.
Yep, that's what you should get. Because you can't have the negative inside, but then the square root of 4 is 2. So then you just have I plus 2, so you have 2i or negative 2i. So those are our other 2.
Yep. That's the answer.
Plus or minus 2i, comma 1, comma 3?
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, sweet. Okay, part B.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
oh, this looks disgusting.
So we have x to the fifth. I think we'll, yeah, x to the fifth plus 3 x cubed plus 2x equals 0. So what I would suggest first, you can pull out an x. So we know one of the x's is just going to be 0.
Yep.
And then that would leave you with x plus 3x squared plus 2.
Yep.
So then just
Equals 0.
equals 0. And then just take from here, because then you have to plug in like zeros for the empty spots, but you're just going to take 1 and 2 as the factors. So let's try 1 first. And so for the factors that you'd be doing, you just go 1 for the x to the fourth, then 0 because there's no x to the third, 3 x squared, 0 because there's no x, and then 2.
That'll be -1, that'll be 1, that'll be 4, that'll be -4. Dang it!
1 doesn't work.
No, -1 and 1 doesn't work, so we have to try 2.
Okay, so let's try 2.
1, 0, 3, 0, 2. We'll have 1.
I don't think 2 works.
Oh, 2 doesn't work?
It'll have to be negative.
Yeah,
Because otherwise it just keeps adding up.
It gets quite large.
It'll be 1, -2. 2, there'll be 4, there'll be 6.
But that's still quite large.
Big
That's
number, dang it.
So, crap.
So it's not even a quadratic though, so I don't know. Let's see.
Huh.
I wonder.
Well, if the 2 doesn't work and -2 doesn't work.
I'm gonna look at something. I'm gonna kind of
What
look
if we
ahead.
do substitution of u or something?
Okay. Yeah, we could do the substitution of u. I was gonna say we're gonna have to use the quadratic though, and
Yeah.
get everything. Because look at the answers that it gives.
Because I know 1 is 0 and plus or minus. Oh!
Yep.
So basically,
Quadratic twice.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
either way, synthetic division won't work. So we have to try quadratic.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably have -3.
Sure.
Be 1 square root.
So it's -3 plus or minus 1 over 2. What? That's -2 over 2. But then that doesn't give us like
That's not going to give
equations.
Huh. Looks like there's something missing. We're missing something. We're missing something.
Unless that wouldn't work. I don't think. If you, well, yeah, you have to pull an x out because that's how you get the 0.
Yeah, that's it. 0.
Yeah.
I still wonder.
But then you would just get a -2, and a -1.
But that doesn't explain how they got plus or minus I.
Mm-mm. I mean, unless...
Because if they had like
No.
a minus
I equals -1, so we don't have a -1 anymore. Oh, we do.
Wait,
Because if you take -2 divided by 2, that gives you -1, and -1 equals I. So
plus or minus I. So that would be a squared 9, 4.
so there's that one, but yeah, I don't know why.
Wait, how'd you do that one?
Because, well, if you take I's always they always set it equal to -1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, oh, -1, we got that answer, I.
Yeah.
And then the next part we would have, because you take -3, so it'd be -4/2,
Uh-huh.
which would give you -2, so the square root of -2, so then you have to pull that out, so it'd be I plus or minus I square root of 2.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and those are our answers.
But I still wonder how they get the I. That's the question.
The I, really, I think she could have just done like plus or minus -1, but it's going to be the square root of -1. You can't take,
Oh.
or sorry, it's not the square root of -1, but -2/2 is -1, and I is equal to -1. So rather than just putting -1, they just put a plus or minus I.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
It's like weird, but yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Just a little
Yeah.
So, yeah. Let's get rid of you. Okay, I want to go back to this. Okay. Next one.
Oh.
May have to leave in like 6 minutes here, but we'll go. Okay. So the next one.
X plus 1 minus square root of x. So for that one,
You could combine the like terms, couldn't you?
so what I did for that one is basically I squared. I still don't have the square root.
Well, yeah, this one isn't gonna be so much this time. Pretty sure. Would you say you could combine the two square roots? So it would just leave you with square root of x plus 1? Or would you just have to square them both to get rid of it and square the 1?
I think they want us to square both.
Okay, and then you can combine them.
Yeah.
Oh.
So square it all to get rid of the square x.
So if it was me, I would move the square root of x over to the side, and then square both sides, and then like do both sides on their own.
Okay, so what you're saying is 2x plus 1.
So like add the square root of x?
Yeah, to the other side. And then you could square both sides and it would still be equal. And then you'd have 2x plus 1. X
plus 1.
plus 1.
Equals 1
X.
plus x.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And then we just have to pretty much get the x's by themselves.
Yep. And then you just kind of set them on their own and do each one.
Then you just have 2x equals x.
0 plus 1, that'll be 1.
That doesn't give us the answer they gave us,
Yeah,
though.
no.
No, they're
You
getting
should-
4.
Yeah, so what I'm pretty sure if you just square them both and then you'd actually end up with. Oh, I see it. Okay. So subtract the x over. That leaves you with x. So you have x equals.
Square root of x plus 1.
X plus 1 equals 1. Subtract the 1 over. That's 0. So x equals 0.
Okay.
And then,
4 is.
as far as the 4 is concerned, let's see.
Plug that in. There's 0.
I'm pretty sure if you just plug in, maybe not. If you
Look at
plug
the
in
4.
0, that's 0 plus 1, so that's square root of 3. Subtract the square root of 0. This 0? Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Oh. So, because if we plug in the 0, that's how they get 1 equals 1, but they doesn't explain how they got the 4.
Yeah.
So let's maybe. Trying to think. But
Unless.
what if we did this? What if we subtracted the 1 over and set it equal to 4?
Okay, so you'll have like a
That would work.
2x minus 3x minus 1 equals 0. So basically, you're kind of squaring all of them.
So you just have to square the whole side
Oh.
to get rid of that. So then it would just be
X
2x
1
plus 1 minus
Minus.
x minus 1.
equals 0.
So then you just have x, which still equals 0.
Yeah, that would be 0. Huh.
I wonder, what if you set it equal to, like, subtracted the 1 over, but I just don't think that would work, though.
No, because that would still give you 0.
Yeah.
Uh.
Oh, let's do this. Plug. Okay. Let me try something.
Unless you plug in the 4.
So that's what I was going to say. Plug in the 4. So you would have the square root of 9, which is 3,
3.
minus the square root of 4, which is 2.
I'll give you 1.
Yeah, and that's
Still
what you
doesn't
want.
answer it. Okay.
Because it's the whole equation is equal to 1. So you'd want
So
that.
basically, you just want to plug in something that can equal to 1.
Yeah, pretty much. You're just going to have to, it looks like for as far as this one goes, you just have to guess and check.
Okay. So just put in numbers until it.
Yeah.
Basically, 1.
Yeah. So you can find the first one, but then the second one, you kind of just have to guess and check at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang it.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to go.
Okay.
But yeah, if you guys just want to keep going, I'll get everything submitted and
Cool.
I'll see you guys Thursday.